Hey everyone, it's me, Carlo. I know it has been a really long time since I made a personal YouTube video. Most of my work is for other clients. Being a product specialist with music marketing, I do a lot of training and teachings and installations of some really amazing software. But I wanted to take a moment to finally catch up with my own YouTube channel and produce a video for myself for a change. I was in the market for a new audio interface. To put it honestly, like a lot of you, I didn't have the time to really upgrade. I was still using USB and even FireWire products, but I'm here in my home work office environment. So I wanted something really fast because I started to do more home recording here, believe it or not. And I needed something that would really just like catch up that whole zero latency, near zero latency appeal started to really get onto me, especially when I was experiencing it in other studios. So I went on a search, and now there are a lot of options out there if you're using a Thunderbolt interface, whether it's Thunderbolt 1, 2, or 3, or so on. And I love MOTU hardware. Some of you maybe have yet to ever experience it, but I've been working with this hardware for, I want to say, since 2000. It's been a while, and I've really come to respect and love that company, especially the customer service and the software. They just make really great stuff. So what I want to do now is open up my brand new MOTU A28ES here. This is an audio Thunderbolt interface by MOTU. It's got two amazing preamps and some great metering. And if you look at the box, I'm just impressed at how much information they give you right here to get started, because inside the box there really isn't much. So they have the new ESS Saber 32 DAC technology, which is just cutting edge, conversion. But it's also really flexible. So I think a unit like this will not only keep up with recording at home now, but really expand when I start adding new preamps and kind of, what I really know it's going to do is maintain that pristine audio quality that we're always after as engineers. So let's get started. I'm going to open this up literally right now, and we're going to plug it in. Now, it doesn't come with a Thunderbolt 2 cable, but I went to OWC, picked one up here. I got myself a 9-footer. I didn't want to cut myself short here in case I put it in a rack and want to roll it around a little bit, or even take it on the road with me if I love it that much, which is quite a possibility. So what I'm going to do now is take this out, turn it on, and we're going to do step by step downloading the software and getting this thing running. So let's do it. Okay, what's in the box? Dun, da, da, da. That's it. What you're gonna get is obviously some good old-fashioned literature. It's amazing how many people don't read this stuff. Just do it. Saved me a lot of technical support phone calls. It does come with a USB 2. This is not only a Thunderbolt 2 interface, which is backwards and forwards compatible, so don't worry what kind of connection you have. It also includes a USB 2, so USB interface as well. And inside, we've got the power cable. Can't run it without that. And here we have the unit itself. Oh, yeah. And that's it. Very minimalistic in the packaging. And taking it out, wow. This thing feels like a tank. And there she is. My new MOTU A28ES. That new gear smell. All right. Like I said, two pristine preamplifiers, two dedicated output, headphone output jacks, which I think is great. I love that. The more the merrier. Very streamlined. It's got some beautiful metering. I saw that on the demos. And here it tells you to follow these simple steps to get started. And that's exactly what we're going to do, okay? So in the back, let's see, we have, there we have our Thunderbolt, as well as the USB. And this obviously is covering our power supply here. Let's remove the rest of that since we're going to be installing this today. But look at all the I/O here, plus SPDIF and MIDI control. What a lot of you may not know is that this just isn't an audio interface. This unit is actually a live mix interface. You could actually use this connected to a laptop or touchscreen device and mix a live show with this. And from what I understand, it comes with some presets to help you get started with that too. All right, so now I'm going to power this up, connect the Thunderbolt 2, and we're going to follow these instructions, and together we're going to get this thing up and running. All right, step one, visit motu.com/proaudio. It's exactly what we did here. Let's check it out. So we got a welcome page. It says getting started with your new MOTU Pro Audio interface. Great. Step one, install the software. Now, as I mentioned before, if you haven't yet, either read or download the handy PDF file, the manual. It's just something great to have on hand. I mean, can eliminate a lot of issues in the future when you want to just find a quick answer. So again, it says download it, connect it to your Wi-Fi network. Please do remember that, yes, this device does have networking capabilities here, right here, number 13. If you look on this section, it has a Ethernet port, so you can use it to connect other MOTU devices, a Wi-Fi hub or an Ethernet router, standard AVB Ethernet switch for high-speed connectivity. You can operate this wirelessly on a device or connect it directly to a desktop or laptop computer. Again, just so cool. All right, so let's download the driver I'll install it on my Mac. I've always appreciated how MOTU makes their software available to both platforms, Windows and Mac, because they are worldwide products after all. So I'm going to download this, get it up and running, and let's pick it up from there. Okay, so after a quick reboot after installing the drivers, I noticed that there is an icon here up in my menu bar, and it says Open Discovery. So the next thing we're going to do is power on our MOTU A2 8ES for the very first time. Let's do it. Got some nice little colors happening. MOTU, I'm very excited. It may need a minute or two to run through some kind of initial diagnostic just to get up and running for the first time. I think we waited long enough. Okay, so let's open the MOTU Discovery app and see if it finds our 828. There it is. Now let's open our Pro Audio Control Center. This is a web app. I love that the Pro Audio Control software is actually a web application. Again, you know, utilizing that power of the connected Ethernet port here, which is become an industry standard too. You can use this on Wi-Fi devices, tablets, touchscreens, you name it. And I'm really excited. You could also use that to connect multiple MOTU devices too. Let's check it out. So our first menu here on the top left says device. We've got our sample rate, clock mode and such, input settings, optical, AB monitor setup, that's cool, foot switch setup. And you could even reboot the device from down here, factory presets, and set a password. Oh, that's different. I like that. Now under routing, here we've got our matrix for literally configuring this any way we want. And you can enable and disable certain inputs. So if you want to simplify things, that's not a bad idea. And the next one is mixing, as I was just talking about. Here we go. Now, another benefit about using this as a live mixing tool is that you also get the added power of inserting the onboard DSP effects in real time, like EQs and compressors, while you're mixing a live band. All with that famous 1.5, 1.6 millisecond sample delay, you know, minimal, effortless hearing issue, because it is so fast. And I can't wait to try that sometime. I'm actually looking forward to it. If I ever do that, I will make another video. All right, now under mixing, as I said before, you can activate all of these different processing here. I mean, look at this. To go on and on and on, to create a virtual desk, a console. Now, obviously, if you want to just, for example, have a compressor in line with your work, just activate it. So I'm really impressed by how easy it is to navigate and apply certain kinds of effects to this. If I wanted to see an EQ, there it is. And in conjunction, if you don't want to use this format here, we can come down to our touch console, and although I'm not using a touch-based computer, I can select any one of these and get parameter controls to, let's say, the compressor. Here we can turn it on. We can turn that on and toggle it off. The same with the gate. You can turn that on and off. And you can use all of these processing effects in real time, thanks to that 1.6 milliseconds latency time, which is virtually imperceptible. And I'm really digging this. So yeah, I actually like, although I'm not using a touch console, I actually like this interface. It's kind of a little bit more streamlined, but no less powerful, obviously. If you want to work with a desk, here we can activate them all and check it out. It's really a lot of options here for processing our audio. Now back to routing. If I want to see all of my inputs, this is a lot of flexibility, as I was telling you. Watch as I scroll to the right here. The MOTU 828ES has a lot of internal routing capabilities. And if you want to know more about it, obviously download the manual, the PDF file from MOTU.com. I always recommend doing that. I also like how I'm able to save. For example, I wanted to create something that I really liked and I want to work with it more often. I could actually choose and create my own presets representing, let's say if I'm working here in my home environment, or if I want to bring it to a professional studio environment or use it as a live mixing console, I can create a preset that will contour itself for whatever that familiar environment I'm going to be in or keep repeatedly go back to working into. All right? I really have to admit that it's going to take me a lot of time to not only experiment, but enjoy working with this kind of technology, because the device may be new to me, but the options and the wording and the phrasing really isn't. It's just kind of familiarizing yourself with the interface. And I recommend definitely creating presets for yourself. I think they're a handy, fast way to get up and running. If I'm working with a singer-songwriter, for example, maybe a couple acoustic guitars and 2 singers, I could have a preset ready to go just for that. Or an entire band, drums, let's say 10 mics on the drums, some bass, some guitar, some electric. I can create a preset just for that. And it's very mobile and very portable. I have to also say that the sound quality that is coming out of this DAC is astounding. I really love the clarity in the low end. A lot of people talk about that, but until you really experience it, wow, it's definitely an upgrade to what I've been using. I wanted to make this video in product presentation, really. In the future, when I do have an opportunity to use this and I've got the time to film an artist, I think I'll do that. But in the meantime, you can't go wrong with any Mark of the Unicorn product. And I think I found something that I'm going to be enjoying for a really long time here in the MOTU 828ES. Again, visit MOTU.com for more information. It's just a great American company. And thanks for watching.